Now let's move on to the Bono-Afo region, and the second power generating unit of the Bui hydroelectric project has started operations generating 133 megawatts, and this brings to 266 out of 400 megawatts. We now cross over to our reporter Sandra Esinamapenu, currently at Bui, for an update. So very soon Sandra Esinamapenu will be joining us, and the second power generating unit of the Bui hydroelectric project has started operations. Thank you so much for joining us, Sandra.
Hi, good afternoon, Portia, and thanks for having me.
Thank you also. What can you tell us about the project now?
Portia, if you recall, just about 2 months ago, President John Dramani Mahama commissioned the first power generation unit of 133 megawatts from the Bui hydropower project. And they assured us during that commissioning that by the end of the year they were going to commission the 2 other units which were in completion. And mind you, there are 3 turbines here at the Bui power project. And so what is going to happen at 5 o'clock today is that the second unit, which is also going to generate about 133, adding up to what the President commissioned 2 months ago, adding up to 266 units so far out of the total of 400, is going to be commissioned tonight. So the switching on will be done at 6 p.m. today, adding an extra 133 megawatts of units to what was commissioned 2 months ago. So that is what is happening. We've been going around the plants this morning. A lot of work is currently ongoing. They are the finished stage. They have assured us that the water level is also very safe, and so we have enough to be able to generate in this power. We've been talking to them about issues concerning, exportation of power. If this put us in a very safe mood to, export power to our neighboring countries like Burkina Faso, Togo, Benin, and then Nigeria as well, that we've been giving power to. And then we have this power issue across Africa, and then Ghana as well. So are we in a safe mood to be, supplying more to this country? And mind you, also what we have to bear in mind is that power cannot be stored, and so what we can be doing now is that we generate here, we supply, and then we've been speaking to, coincidentally, the Secretary General of the West African Power Pool also came on a visit touring some of the plants. So we spoke to him, but one key issue he thinks that as a nation we need to address, and as a West African state as well, is that we need to strengthen institutions like GridCo and other power supplying institutions, so that breakdown of equipment, which is one major issue that is confronting our distribution of power, is solved, so that we can have smooth, uninterrupted power supply to all this country. So work, I must say, is moving on smoothly here at Bui. They almost are completing the final unit, which is the first unit. So the first one was said. The second one is the second one. What we are seeing today is the second one. And so the first unit, which is left at about the same amount, 133, will be commissioned as soon as completion is over. So right now, the 2 units will be powering at the same time. So 5 p.m. today, they are going to commission that. So that has been the issue. But we will be also talking to people around here about resettlement packages, whether that is done. A lot of projects are supposed to be, undertaken here. Issues of the Bui City project also, it's a matter of concern. So we will be exploring all that at 5:30. And then the road network is one major issue also that they want to quickly address now that the project is near completion. So these are some of the things. So the big news here is that an extra 133 megawatts of power has been added to what was commissioned 2 months ago, Portia.
So Sandra, what does this mean to the ordinary Ghanaian?
Of course, I'm an ordinary Ghanaian. I've been asking authorities here as well that what does this mean? Whether the first part that was commissioned made any significant impact as far as power supply in the country was concerned. And they told me yes, we can see that the dumso, as we all call it, has come down a bit, and now adding an extra 133 to it. It's a big news to us. So as far as we are concerned, and talking about exportation of power as well, we are in that safe mood to be exporting now. It means that our problem, it's almost solved now. We can't say that it's totally solved, but at a point we are in a safe hands now, that we'll be having uninterrupted power supply for some time now, until the final unit it's also completed. And I've been asking them about the water level as well, and they said, oh, it's okay. And as far as spillage is also concerned, whether we are going to get to a point where we have to spill water out of the dam, and people around here, would they be affected and all that. And they assured me that the dam was constructed in a way that at least for now and to about 30 years to come, we might not have spillage. That doesn't mean that we're not going to rule out that as well, but it's been constructed in a way that at least it's going to take us for decades before we start, spilling water. So they projected into the future to ensure that we have enough and then store enough water to be able to generate power. So it's a big news for Ghanaians as a whole, and everybody here is excited about it. We wait to see how soon they are going to add the final unit, which is the first unit, to what has been commissioned here. So we hope that that will solve our Dumso issue process.
Thank you very much. We have been speaking with Sandra Isnam Apeno, and she tells us that the second power generating unit of the Bui hydroelectric project has started operations, generating 133 megawatts of power, and this brings to 266 out of 400 megawatts.